Hi, my name's Brittany, and I believe that we are Generation Expand Your Consciousness. So, with that being said, I am here to share with you that whether you realize it or not, you live in a time of awakening where shifts of consciousness and initiation into an expanded sense of awareness are inevitable. So, to put that in layman's terms, the energy of the earth is changing, and we can either vibe up or vibe out. The awakening process itself is when the lower self transcends fear, confusion, lies, and illusions that we have been taught since birth, since conception, that has been embedded into our human vessels since they appeared in the womb. When this happens, when we awaken to the fear, the confusion, the lies, and the illusion, when this happens, we reconnect to our higher consciousness, and our awareness begins to expand and grow. Now, this can look different for everyone, okay? And I know that some of you out there cannot see the ultimate goal is to ascend to a higher and lighter vibration, okay? I was just told this week by someone who is in my community, come back down to earth. Can't you see that the world is shit around you? And I accepted that right there in that moment. I accepted him where he was at because I get it. I have been there. And it kind of opened my eyes and made me go, holy smokes, I'm talking above my people's heads. Like, I'm the bridge, right? I'm the gateway. I'm the one who has some knowledge, and it needs to be shared. So the people who are down here going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, just entering the spiritual awakening process, if you will, like the dark night of the soul, which we'll talk about in a later video. Those people are searching and looking. They're doing exactly what I was doing. They need and desire and want answers. And I don't have them all, but I have a bunch of them. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally on this level here, and I can't see what they need. Because quite frankly, when you're in one dimension, you don't see what's happening in another unless you choose to. And so that brought awareness to me, right? Like, holy crap, I'm not even talking to my audience because they can't hear me because they're here and I'm here. And that's not a me being better than them thing. That's just I started doing the work before them kind of thing, right? And so I said, well, I can't lower my vibration to get to them. So what can I do that will enable the people who are just beginning to experience this process? The people who are that are me from 4 or 5 years ago, what can I do that'll really help them? How can I reach these people? And after brainstorming, this is what made sense. Create a YouTube channel, say the things, and the people will come. And so whether that's true for this channel or not, that's perfectly perfect. And if it is true for this channel, then welcome home. Okay? If you find this channel and you're intrigued by what I say, if you find the things that I say, if you find me knowledgeable, it's 12:22 my time right now, by the way, those twos, love them. If you find me knowledgeable and you want more, reach out to me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I'm here, you guys. I'm here for people who have questions, for people who are hurting. My sole purpose in life is to breathe life into people. That's it. I'm here to breathe life into people. I've got mine. I had people breathe life into me. My cup is now full and it is overflowing. And I choose to keep my cup full, but I'm going to serve for my overflow as long as I can. Okay? So, I know that there are some of you out there who can't see it, but we literally are here to raise the vibration of our earth because there's a goal, and the goal is to move into a new world, a new earth. And we can't do that if we're all walking around like sheep. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to go live. I'm going to be uploading videos like this one. I'll be doing posts, reels, TikToks, all the things, because I'm being called to do this. All right? So here's the deal, Pickles. We are Generation Expand Your Consciousness. And what better way to empower than to guide you with these little tidbits that I'm going to be offering each day. Okay? So ultimately, my goal is to share with everyone exactly what it looks like, feels like, etc. when you are leveling up. I like to call it leveling up. Other people call it when you're raising your vibration, when you're shifting your paradigm, when you're going through the awakening process, when you're waking up. So however you choose to call it, my ultimate goal is to share with everyone exactly what that process is like. Because I'm finding that there's a breakdown. And then people are legitimately thinking that they're crazy. And they don't understand. So I'm here to bridge the gap for you and let you know you are not crazy. You are going through an awakening process. You are simply leveling up. You're shifting your paradigm. You're moving to a higher vibration. Okay? So today's brief. It's an intro. And since this is just an introduction, coming weeks might be longer, might be shorter. Who knows, right? But the first thing that I want to say, and I know I've already said a lot, so it's not really the first thing that I want to say, but it is significant, is that waking up to who you truly are is not for the weak of heart or mind. Okay? It's also not something that you choose to do. And the more we fight it, the more work has to be done. So there's an awakening process and there's an ascension process. And typically the awakening process happens without your permission, which is the dark night of the soul. And we'll talk about that. But like I said, in another video, if you have questions, just pop it in the comments and I'll be happy to help, answer, reply, whatever, all the things. So you have an awakening and then you have an ascension. The awakening happens against your will and out of the blue. It's like you've been smacked in the face. Your whole world falls apart. Your house crumbles. Your cards fall down. And holy shit, it's the tower moment. Okay? In the tarot, it's the tower. And then you have ascension, which is where you choose what happens to you next. And we're going to cover all of the above on this channel. One video at a time, one reel at a time, or short, or whatever YouTube calls them. But I need you to know that people think that going through an awakening, finding your spirituality, becoming one with yourself. People think that it's all rainbows and sunshine, okay? And in reality, what it's like is when you open a bag of Skittles too excitedly and they go everywhere. Right? It is nothing. It is nothing like rainbows and sunshine. And then your dog eats them all before you can pick them up. At least not at first. But don't lose hope, because it gets so much better, and it's so worth all of the feels, the weird dreams. It's worth everything. Okay? It's so worth it. So now some of you may be curious or maybe wondering what qualifies me to talk about this, and that's perfect. I get it. And without going into deep details, because I've shared my story many times on many platforms, what I will say is that in 2017, my house fell. My house fucking crumbled. Oh, excuse my French. And that triggered something in me. It triggered my dark night of the soul. It was like the lights turned on and everything, every lie, every illusion that I'd ever believed was uncovered. And it was painful. There were days where I didn't want to get out of bed. There were days when I thought I was going nuts. There were days when I heard things. There were days when I had panic attacks. And I don't even have anxiety. There were days when I experienced odd sensations that I couldn't explain. And so much more. And we're going to get into all of that on this channel, right? It was a lot. And I was alone on this journey. And like super alone, living in a small country town where everybody was Southern Baptist or Methodist, and holy smokes, they didn't get it. Okay? But because I believe that there's an investigator in my soul, not according to my human design, but I believe there is. And I began to do research. And I researched, and I researched, and I researched. And through my research, I grew, and I grew, and I grew. And now looking back, like looking at myself today, I don't even recognize the me that existed really even a year ago, much less in 2017. Like, who, did I do that? Did I say that? Are you serious? That wasn't me. But here's the thing, and this is interesting how this happens actually. And it's something that we're going to be explaining